Wagwan everybody, welcome to the Inswinger, powered by RB Technology Solutions. And this is the show that dives deep into the world of sports with our opinions, statistics, predictions, rankings, and many more as we focus on the most prominent sporting topics, most notably from football around the world, the NBA and the NFL. So if you're all about big plays, bold takes, and breakdowns that actually make sense, just hit that subscribe button to join this team. Bless up. Alright guys, so the 2024-2025 NBA season has been nothing short of electric for me, and it has come with its surprises. I mean, you have teams that have dominated their conferences literally out of the blue. Some might say there has been breakout stars littered right across the league, and you also have veteran players that have shown up and showed out for their teams, leading to one of the most historic MVP races that we've seen for some time. Right, we'll get into that in another video. But even as it relates to the remaining playoff spots that exist within the conferences, that race is actually heating up. Teams are left with 9, 8, 7 games to get it done, given that they have varying schedules. But who can actually take it all? There are 5 teams, I believe, that stand out. Most are straightforward. You might not disagree with them, but you might disagree with one. These teams to me are the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Boston Celtics, the Denver Nuggets, and the Los Angeles Lakers. And yes, I know that last one might be a little controversial, but the aim of this video is just to analyze these teams briefly, see the standout players for them, see the X factors, and why I believe these teams are legitimate title threats, right? So we'll get right into it. So the first team up, I'm not sure what this team will have to do for people to actually take them serious as a legitimate title contender, as the media tends to downplay their achievements this season a bit. But the Oklahoma City Thunder, with their dominance in the Western Conference and standout performances, I believe is a formidable opponent for any team in the NBA, right? As of the 30th of March 2025, the point up to which all statistics will be taken from used in this video, the Oklahoma City Thunder boasts the best record in the NBA at 62-12, coming off a 9-game win streak. And their dominance is quite evident, with 48 of those victories coming by at least 10 points. And they also boast an impressive record over Eastern Conference teams at 27-1, which simply means no team in the East ever won, really, but the OKC Thunder come finals, right? But just to take a look at some of the standout players, we have none other than Mr. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who currently leads the NBA with an average of 32.9 points per game. And his consistent high level of play has been instrumental to the offense of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I mean, this youth just tough, brother. Is me I say, very graceful on the court. To watch this man is like him calm sometimes. I remember being so annoyed with him in the Western Conference semifinals last year versus the Dallas Mavericks. But I mean, he's an absolute baller on the court, and that is highlighted by his overwhelming odds of winning the regular season MVP title this season. So just to touch on some other players who are complementary pieces to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, we have Jalen Williams, who contributes 21.2 points and 5.3 assists per game, which showcases his versatility on the court. We also have Chet Holmgren, who has made a significant impact this season, averaging 14.8 points, 8.4 rebounds, and leading the team with 2.3 blocks per game, fortifying the Thunder's already formidable defense coming out of the previous season. And then I have brother Hartenstein, Isaiah, who was brought in from the New York Knicks last offseason, and this man has been a force in the paint for the Thunder, averaging a double-double with 11.3 points and 10.9 rebounds per game, while also contributing 3.9 assists per game. And with all of that being said, the Thunder actually ranked 4th in the league offensively, averaging 119.6 points per game. And defensively, they excel by allowing only 106.9 points per game, placing them 2nd in the NBA. Shai is just having a historic season, and the team overall is really united. They're young, they're hungry. Persons tend to downplay a young team, saying that they might not have the experience needed, but this team is just of a different breed, and I believe they're going to make a serious push to the NBA Finals by somewhat dominating the West. Do you think the Thunder has what it takes to win the NBA title this season? Leave your opinions in the comments below. So the next team I'll be looking at is the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are a bit of a surprise package this season, but they have rose up as a strong contender for the NBA title in my opinion. They lead the Eastern Conference with a record of 59-15, while also clinching the Central Division title. Right? As it relates to standout players, everything in Cleveland goes through Donovan Mitchell, who possesses dynamic scoring and leadership and has been pivotal to the land, averaging 24 points per game. Complementing Mitchell is point guard Darius Garland, who contributes 20.7 points and 6.7 assists per game, and the defensive anchor Evan Mobley, who averages 1.6 blocks per game, while also adding 18.5 points and 9.3 rebounds per contest. Center Jarrett Allen provides a strong presence in the paint also, averaging 13.6 points and leading the team with 10 rebounds per game. But offensively, the Cavaliers lead the NBA with an average of 123.1 points per game and a league best offensive rating of 122.9. Defensively, they allow 111.6 points per game, ranking 10th, with a defensive rating of 111.4. But this balance results in a net rating of 11.5, which is second in the league, only to the Oklahoma City Thunder that we've already looked at. But defensively, the Cavs excel in protecting the rim and contesting shots. With Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen combining for 2.5 blocks per game, they make it extremely difficult for teams to score inside the paint. Cleveland's season has really captivated a lot of persons. There are some doubters that still exist, given that they have a first-year head coach in Kenny Atkinson, but he has done well in striking that balance and finding that mix of star power and team-oriented play that has elevated Cleveland's game to the heights that we've seen them reach now. But what are your views on Cleveland? You can leave your thoughts in the comment section below as well. So we'll now look at the Boston Celtics, who are the reigning NBA champions and a team that I believe are the number 1 contender for the NBA title. And they're the team that I believe are in a very strong position of doing a back-to-back clinching of the NBA title since the days of the Golden State Warriors in the mid-2010s. This is a team that is extremely balanced. They live at the 3-point line, which is not really attractive to a lot of persons, but they can shoot you to death. And even though their 55-19 record only places them second in the East, I think they are the best team in the East. Leading the team is Jason Tatum, averaging 27.2 points, 8.7 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. He is the undisputed face of this team, even though it is debatable between him and Jaylen Brown at times. But Jaylen Brown actually complements Tatum with 22.4 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 4.6 assists per game. And he's a very, very versatile player at both ends of the court. One of the best two-way players in today's game. Kristaps Porzingis, who missed most of last postseason through injury, has bolstered the front court. He contributes 19.4 points per game and 7 rebounds as well, while leading the team with 1.6 blocks per game. And with Kristaps Porzingis fit, I think Boston is the most dangerous team in the NBA, and not to mention the support that they get from other starters and role players. We are talking about Drew Holiday, we are talking about Al Horford, we are talking about Derek White, we also are talking about Peyton Pritchard, who is a master of the buzzer beater. So the Celtics actually excel on both ends of the floor. They average 117 points per game, ranking 6th in the league, and defensively they only allow 108.3 points per game, placing them 3rd. So their offensive ratings now stands at 120.1, which is 2nd in the NBA, and a defensive rating of 111.2, ranking 5th. Their net rating It now stands at 9.0. The Celtics are also one of the most defensively solid teams. It makes them a scoring challenge for any opponent, and Kristaps Porzingis is crucial to this as he leads the team in blocks, and the overall team's ability to contest shots and protect the rim makes them the overall best defensive team in the league. So will the Celtics do the back-to-back and retain their title? Of the 5 teams being discussed here, I believe the Celtics are the number 1 contender in the NBA, but leave your thoughts below as it relates to the Celtics. So we're going to touch upon the Denver Nuggets now. The Denver Nuggets have actually already secured a playoff spot. They currently stand 3rd in the West with a record of 47-28. But with the remaining games that they have, they will be looking to improve that seeding, given that the 2nd seed is actually in close proximity to them, as that spot is being held down by the Houston Rockets. The main reason why the Denver Nuggets are contenders, the brother here, is hard to comprehend the level at which he operates. Nikola Jokic is undeniably the greatest center to ever play basketball. He's already a 3-time MVP winner. He's currently averaging an insane triple-double with 29.4 points per game, 12.7 rebounds and 10.2 assists, and this man is just crazy. His vision on the court is second to none. Words can't describe Nikola Jokic at this point. He has an excellent supporting cast there, Jamal Murray being a crucial part, averaging 21.2 points per game combined with 6.1 assists, but Denver needs to ensure that Jamal Murray is healthy for the postseason, as that will be a crucial part of them progressing to the NBA Finals. We can't overlook the contributions of Michael Porter Jr., whose shooting efficiency actually creates another problem for opposing defenses. And then you have Aaron Gordon, whose energy and athleticism elevates this team in many ways. And last but not least, you have Christian Braun, who stepped into a starting role this season and averages 14.8 points and 5 rebounds per game. He stepped up to the plate and demonstrated his readiness to contribute significantly to this team as they hunt down a 2nd NBA title in 3 years. Overall, as a team, the Nuggets excel offensively, averaging 121.3 points per game with a field goal percentage of 50.8%. Defensively, they allow 113.2 points per game, resulting in a net rating of 8.1. A pretty balanced team, just like the other teams that we've discussed before, but this will be key to the Nuggets' success, as the supporting cast will really need to step up and do their part in supporting Nikola Jokic, who we definitely know will do his part in carrying Denver all the way. The Denver Nuggets also leads the league with 31 assists per game, highlighting their unselfish play and excellent ball movement, and this team-oriented approach creates high-scoring opportunities for this team. But what do you think of the Denver Nuggets? In my opinion, you have the Boston Celtics, then you have the Nuggets. They're right there in terms of the ultimate challenger for the NBA title this season. But leave your thoughts, as usual, in the comments below. And the final team that I believe has a strong case as an NBA title contender this year is the Los Angeles Lakers, which is a pick that many will view as a bit controversial, but my opinions of the Los Angeles Lakers swung with their mid-season acquisition of Luka Doncic, who I believe is a top 3 player in the league today and led the Dallas Mavericks to an NBA Finals last year. My Dallas Mavericks at one point, but they mean themselves no well by letting Luka go. So how could I mean them well? Anyways, that's a different topic. But since the acquisition of Luka, the Los Angeles Lakers had made an impressive run. They were actually the 2nd seed at one point, but they are now the 4th seed with a record of 45-29. They too will seek to improve that, given that the standings are pretty close between 2nd and 5th. But on the note of Luka again, his impact can be understated. He averages 27.5 points since being a Laker and has also contributed 8.6 rebounds and 7.9 assists per game. So doubling to LeBron James now, well, this man continues to defy age and has contributed 24.5 points, 8.1 rebounds, and a team-leading 8.5 assists per game. And his leadership and experience are invaluable assets to the Lakers as they pursue a championship, and he pursues his 5th championship. And in combination with Luka Doncic, I think these are the two X factors for the Lakers, as Luka himself aims to win his first championship. As it relates to the X factor in clutch time, so now Austin Reeves has emerged as a main contributor for the Lakers as well, averaging 20.1 points, 4.5 rebounds and 5.9 assists per game. And his versatility has been crucial in tight games, well, many tight games actually, for the Lakers. And while more can be done by role players, we can't overlook players like Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt and Dorian Finney-Smith, who have contributed in their own way to the team. And we must also mention Jackson Hayes, who has been somewhat of a revelation since the departure of Anthony Davis and the introduction of Luka to the team. Offensively, the Lakers average 113.1 points per game, ranking 17th in the league. And defensively, they allow 111.1 points per game, placing them 8th. And their improvement in defensive rating somehow, ironically, occurred since the arrival of Luka Doncic, who many criticize for not having enough effort on the defensive side of the ball. They are also tied with the Denver Nuggets for 31 assists per game, which is a league-leading number, with a top 2 player of all time combined with a top 3 player currently. I think these are the ingredients that the Lakers possess that can somewhat spur them on to a Western Conference Finals run and possibly an NBA Finals run. Where do the Lakers stand to you as an NBA title contender? Let me know that as well in the comments below. And there you have it. Those are my top 5 NBA title contenders going into the playoffs. We have the Boston Celtics, who are number 1. Then we have the Denver Nuggets. After that, it's a toss-up between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the OKC Thunder, but I'm more leading to the Cavaliers, then the Thunder, and then the Lakers. But as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who were not mentioned as a title contender that you believe deserves a shout out? The Golden State Warriors might come up in some conversations, but as always, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in, and remember to like the video and subscribe, and stay tuned for more from the Inswinger. Bless up.